Hello and welcome to Mickeyology, where we take Disney a little too seriously. I'm Austin Rathall, and today we're comparing Disney's The Princess and the Frog with the book that inspired it. Sort of. While many might assume that The Princess and the Frog is based directly on the Grimm's fairy tale The Frog Prince, it's actually inspired by a children's fantasy novel called The Frog Princess by E.d.baker. In fact, The Frog Princess was the movie's original title. So, how similar is E.d.baker's book to the Disney movie it inspired? Did Disney stay very faithful to the book, or did they depart from it? Should fans of the movie read the book? Let's answer all these questions by comparing The Princess and the Frog with The Frog Princess. The Frog Princess is different from Disney's The Princess and the Frog, but the two stories share a few plot points. Both are about a girl who meets a talking frog. The frog tells the girl that he's really a prince who was transformed into a frog against his will. He asks the girl to reverse the curse with a kiss. The girl reluctantly agrees, only to find herself magically transformed into a frog as well. The two frogs join forces to find a way to break the spell. Their quest takes them on a journey in which they must escape many dangers in the form of animals, witchcraft, and unfriendly humans. Along the way, they befriend a flying creature and a seemingly dangerous predator. The prince-turned-frog is cocky and the girl dislikes him at first, but their travels bring them closer together, and by the end of their odyssey, she grows to love him. With the help of a friendly sorceress, the two finally find a way to become human again. The Disney movie isn't a direct adaptation of the book. In fact, the two share no locations or characters whatsoever. The protagonist of the Disney film is Tiana, a working-class chef who lives in New Orleans, Louisiana. She's struggling to open her own restaurant when she attends a costume party. At the party, she dresses as a princess. While in her costume, Tiana meets Naveen, a cocky, sweet-talking frog who assumes Tiana is a real princess and reveals that he himself is a prince. The evil Dr. Facilier, aka the Shadow Man, turned Naveen into a frog with the help of Naveen's manservant Lawrence in order to take over New Orleans. Naveen begs Tiana to help him become human again by granting him a kiss. When Tiana kisses Naveen, she turns into a frog herself, and the two are forced to escape into the Louisiana swamps. The protagonist of the book is Emeralda, a teenage princess living in the land of Greater Greensward. When the queen invites the stuck-up Prince Jorge to court Emeralda, Emeralda runs away to the swamp near her castle. There she meets Edric, a cocky frog who reveals that he's a prince. A witch turned him into a frog after he mocked her in the forest. Edric begs Emeralda to help him become human again by granting him a kiss. However, due to a magic bracelet Emeralda wears, the curse rebounds and turns her into a frog too. The two of them then set off into the forest to find a way to lift the curse. In the movie, Tiana and Naveen meet an alligator named Lewis who bonds with Naveen over their shared love of jazz. They also befriend Ray, a Cajun firefly. Lewis and Ray help the two frogs find Mama Odie, a friendly sorceress who explains how to break the curse. In the book, Emeralda and Edric befriend Lil Stinker, a bat, and Fang, a snake. Lil and Fang help the frogs find their way to Emeralda's aunt, Gracina, a friendly witch who explains how they can break their curse. At the end of the movie, the frogs defeat the Shadow Man. Then Naveen marries Tiana, making her a princess, and thus giving her the power to break the curse that made them frogs. At the end of the book, Emeralda reclaims her magic bracelet from an otter, who turns out to be her Aunt Gracina's long-lost love. By kissing Edric again while wearing the bracelet, she reverses the curse that made them frogs. While the Disney movie goes on after the final transformation to show Tiana finally opening her restaurant, the book ends more abruptly, with Emeralda and Edric transforming and then planning to continue their courtship once Emeralda returns to the castle. Maybe you're a big fan of The Princess and the Frog, and you're wondering if The Frog Princess is worth reading. I'd say it depends on your age. As you can probably tell from the cover alone, this book is aimed squarely at middle grade girls. It's a very juvenile book that would appeal to younger girls, especially those interested in animals and or fairy tales. The plot reminded me a little bit of the plots of the direct-to-DVD Barbie Princess movies that my sisters would watch, although the book is a bit smarter than those. I'm not saying it's terrible, however, if you're not in the target demographic, then you'll probably find the story and characters forgettable, the world unoriginal, and the romance predictable. If you're only interested in the book because you loved The Princess and the Frog and you want something reminiscent of the movie, then you can steer clear. This is a completely different story set in a completely different world with completely different characters and a completely different tone. So there you have it. That is how Disney's The Princess and the Frog compares to The Frog Princess. Please let me know in the comments if you've ever read The Frog Princess, and if so, what did you think? Also let me know which Disney movie you would like me to compare with its source material next. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and if you want access to even more Mickeyology content, you can become a channel member here on YouTube or go to patreon.com/Mickeyology. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.